welcome into the ballpark. Happy to have you with us. We've got a perfect day for baseball. It's the Chicago Cubs taking on the Philadelphia Phillies. Joined by my partner, Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. Well, Singy, when you consider the top hitters' ballparks in the sport, this has got to be one of them.
I'll say this, pitchers have to stay with their game. They can't look over their shoulder and think, I have to be fine and perfect on every pitch. Continue to pitch to your strengths, and you'll come out of here with a good outing.
All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. About to get started here on the hill here today, Zach Wheeler.
Well, I'm interested to see how he utilizes his sinker to this lineup, Boog. You know, it's not necessarily his go-to primary pitch, but he does mix it in when he needs it. He's just got to make sure that it's not flat. Otherwise, it's going to get hit hard. So look for him to throw it up there when he needs a big double play, a ground ball, something like that to get out of an inning, change it up for a hitter. Also, get those hitters looking down so that it opens up the top of the strike zone, especially late in and at bat.
Ian Happ leading things off and takes a strike. Next offering is in for a strike.
All right, now, he may have not liked either of those first two pitches or agreed with the umpire's calls, but at this point, he's going to have to bear down and be ready to hit anything close to the zone.
Now this is in the air down the line. Kepler snags it, and there's one away. All right, let's take a look at the lineup. They're dealing with a top-level arm on the mound, so this figures to be a tough matchup for them. What's the key to the offense today, Singy?
Well, Boog, I think when you got a guy that's this talented on the mound, you got to find ways to disrupt his rhythm, make him uncomfortable a little bit. The guys that can handle the bat and perhaps, bunt for a base hit, get him moving off the mound. If you're in the box and he seems to be just in a flow, step out, mess up his timing, somehow try to get in his head a little bit. And then when he does come in the zone, you may only get one pitch. You better not miss it.
On the ground, right side, and it goes just foul. And Singy, as a team, you need to make the most of the very few opportunities he's going to give you, right?
Absolutely. And if you don't get to guys like this a lot of times early, once they really settle in, it's going to be the later innings that they hand that ball over to a reliever if they do at all.
That one missed. Tucker checks his swing, appeal to third, did not go.
Boog, if I were him, I'd be nibbling around the plate as well. I mean, this guy is just capable of hitting pitches outside of the zone and driving them a long way.
Seiya Suzuki, the next Cub to hit. Right through there for a strike. Man at first, one away. And it's quickly 0-2 on the designated hitter. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Foul ball. It stays 0-2.
Yeah, with two strikes here, you really want to miss outside the zone with that breaking ball.
Just outside. Now 1-2.
Really good take, especially with two strikes.
That to right. Castellanos gets under it. They got it for out number 2.
Batting fourth, first baseman Michael Busch.
And next will be the cleanup hitter, Michael Busch. That one fouled off. Tucker off of first with 2 away. Swing and a foul straight back. Gets a piece and stays alive.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Cut on and missed, and it's a strikeout, and that is the inning. Cubs leave 1. Phillies coming up to hit. No score. It's Major League Baseball on the show. Back here in Philadelphia, and today's starter, Shota Imanaga. What do we have on him?
It's always interesting to see how he utilizes all of his pitches and how many of those he has a good feel for on that given day. When he's right, he's really able to keep hitters guessing, and all of his stuff seems to be coming out of the same arm slot, the same tunnel, and that can make life very difficult on his opponents.
Kyle Schwarber comes up to hit here.
Kyle Schwarber.
And a strike. And that's in the dirt.
2 strikes.
Got him looking, and he did not like the call.
Wow, that's a tough call for the hitter, but the pitcher will take that all day long. Not quite in the strike zone, but he found a spot that the umpire is going to, at least for now, allow him to get that call. So hitters are going to have to make an adjustment, but pitchers are going to learn from those things and really try to exploit them if they can.
Here's Trey Turner. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike. The shortstop takes the ball. Pitch misses, and a count 2-1. And it's fouled away. One down, base is empty. Hit on the ground to the right side. And he handles it himself for the out.
Batting third.
And time now for the Phillies lineup.
Bryce
And it's clear
Harper.
the most important job they have today is getting to the starting pitcher early and often.
No doubt about that. That's the best way to disrupt a game. But can they do it? Certainly something for us to pay attention to in this one, partner.
2 down, base is empty. So digging in now for Philadelphia, Bryce Harper. He's a left-handed batter who still comes up with good contact and a good average against left-handed pitchers. Right through there for a strike. All right, so you hit lefty. What makes it so hard to face a left-handed pitcher?
Left-handers, they just seem to have different arm angles. So to keep that front shoulder in there and really discipline yourself can be tough sometimes. But the guys that do it well, man, I tip my cap to them every day.
Check swing, and he went 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Let's go, Philadelphia.
Fights it off. You'll see another. into the outfield, base hit. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive.
Big knock there to keep the inning alive and an opportunity to put something in the gap and give the Phillies the lead.
Nick Castellanos at the plate now. That one finds the zone, and that's strike one. Just missed. Struck him out looking. Phillies strand one, scoreless after one. Back here in Philadelphia, leading off, Dansby Swanson. You talk about elite defensive players, especially in the middle of the diamond, and this guy is at the top of the list. Tap foul at the plate.
Yeah, we go beyond just the fielding percentage and what it looks like, but the ability to have a range and close holes that are normally there against an average defender. But this guy is special, and you can see it in his first step quickness. Boog, and the one thing about that is speed never goes in a slump, and defense shouldn't either. Hitting-wise, you can struggle, you can lose your mechanics, but the thing that you can do consistently every single game is play great defense if you're talented in that way, and this is what this guy does.
Here's Nico Horner. First offering, and it just misses. Wheeler, he gets a lot of swing and miss, and he keeps the ball in the yard. Not to mention the fact, not too many hits either. And another ball. Even some of the best guys in the sport are going to give up home runs from time to time, and he's an exception.
Yeah, and even with those home runs, if you're throwing strikes and keeping base runners off the paths, then those home runs are solo shots. But to this point, he hasn't had to worry about it.
Draws the walk there.
Take your base.
That just came apart right there. 4-pitch walk, and guy at the plate was not going to help him out by swinging at something out of the zone.
So up now for Chicago, Pete Crow Armstrong. Wheeler with a throw over. Horner back in on a dive. You look at what the elite guys do. They strike guys out, they limit walks, and they limit the ball going out of the park. Swing and a foul back, and that's out of play. Horner over at first with one away.
Ball inside.
That's in there. It's a ball in 2 strikes.
Yeah, all you want is a guy like that. Take the ball every 5th day, go out there, hand it over to the bullpen, perhaps in the 7th inning or later.
Next pitch is downstairs. 2nd inning here, no score. Line drive, and that's a base hit out into center field. Marsh quickly gets it back in, and that forces the runner to hold on at second. 2 on with 1 away.
All over that one right there. Everything was on time and fluid in that swing. Got a pitch you could get the barrel on and lined it into center for the knock. Those always feel good. Runner in scoring position now, and a good opportunity to push across the first run of the ballgame.
Now a chance for Gage Workman. That one ripped but foul. The 0-1. And a strike in there.
Getting a little frustrated with the strike zone.
In the air, left field, down the line. And that lands in no man's land, a foul ball. Checks his swing, now with appeal to third. And he punches him out. He went around.
Batting ninth, catcher,
And now it's Miguel Amaya. Just off the inside edge. First and second, 2 down. Here at the top of the second.
Ball 2.
Could be some action here on this next pitch. Couple runners on. Probably a challenge pitch coming.
That one's in there, and it's 2-1.
Goodness, I think he just took the best pitch he's going to see in this at bat. You don't get many like that in that location. I don't know if you take that pitch against any pitcher out there on the mound.
Yeah, that's fouled off. Swing and a line drive, and that's a base hit into right field. Horner flies around third. He will score, and they take the lead. In there safely. It's 2-0.
Gets him on the board first, coming through with 2 RBIs on that swing. He really shot that one down the right field line and somehow found a way to keep it from slicing foul. One thing that was great about the approach, his head was down all the way through the pitch, and that's how you do it.
Ian Happ up to hit. Former first-round pick out of the University of Cincinnati. Grew up in Pittsburgh. At 96, that pitch is in for a strike. And that's outside. Ball to strike. The pitch. And Ian swings through it.
Good late movement on that sinker right there. It's right where you want to get it to get that swing over the top.
Man on second, 2 down. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. But they'll pick up a couple runs here. Both coming on this 2-run double. And it's 2-zip. Back here, Citizens Bank Park. We head to the bottom of the second. And digging in for Philadelphia, Alec Bohm. Shota back to work. Rolled softly, but that goes foul. The pitch comes up empty as he chases that one in the dirt. In time to get him. One away in the strikeout.
Well, take a look at the 3-pitch sequence here. Pretty simple in terms of putting them away at the plate. Once you're ahead 0-2 as a pitcher, you can really expand the zone and see how aggressive that hitter is going to be trying to protect and battle. And right there, clearly he was in swing mode, but all you can do is hope to foul that off.
Now batting Max Kepler. That catches the zone for a strike. 0-1. One down, base is empty.
0-2 count, both pitches on the inside part of the plate. Hitter is thinking, I don't want to get beat here. This is a good time for something off speed away.
Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. One out, base is empty. That one the other way, and it stays fair. Now he turns and heads for second. The throw in, and he starts his afternoon off right with a double.
Well, that's one of those knocks where you almost expect to get some jabs from your teammates when you get back to the dugout. On the mound, he's got to feel like he deserved a better result on that pitch. Really, I mean, just a soft liner that happened to stay fair. But even though you don't want to do it, you got to tip your cap because the guy at the plate, he found a way to fight it off and get that knock.
Swing and a foul straight back. One out and a runner at second. Bottom half of inning number 2.
Aye.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Make it 4 strikeouts for him on the bump today.
Perfectly executed 12-6 curveball right there. And with that kind of break, if you can drop it in below the zone like that, it's going to look like a strike the entire way coming in and then just disappear. So hard to get under the ball unless you're really gearing up for it, and you might need a pitching wedge.
This is Bryson Stott. Fastball in the inside corner for a strike. Breaking ball in there for a strike.
And a bat like this is almost over as it begins. In this situation, you have no idea what the next pitch is going to be. You just got to hope that you can make contact.
Ball, that's in.
He's great hitting the ball the other way, and that pitch did a good job to straighten him up a bit. Mission accomplished.
Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. A double in the inning, but they leave him stranded. We played 2 full. It's the Cubs 2 and the Phillies nothing. And we're back.
Leading
and
off
now
for the Cubs,
Kyle
right
Tucker.
fielder Kyle Tucker.
Tucker, multi-time All-Star, 28 years old, and they went out and made a trade for him last season. Foul ball there. Well struck right field. And it bangs off the out-of-town scoreboard. Makes the turn and heads for second. And he's got a leadoff double.
He was all over that one.
Now batting,
these days, when you see a ball come
designated
off the
hitter,
bat like
Seiya
that, I mean, the
Suzuki.
first thing you want to know as a spectator, what was the exit velocity? 109 in this case. I mean, that's just impressive, and it's so cool we can get that sort of feedback so instantly in today's game.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. Seiya Suzuki, the next Cub to hit. Flied to right his first time. Fouled off left side.
You know, these Cubs doing a great job, Boog, of just waiting for the right pitch to come their way, and I'm seeing very patient at-bats out of them. They're doing a good job of working the pitch count, and they've been able to push a couple of runs across the score as well.
Tucker stands at second with no outs.
One ball.
In the dirt.
Still relatively early, but with a pair of runs already on the board, the ripple effect of that high pitch count might set them up to do more damage later in this game.
Foul ball still a 1-2 count.
Strike him out.
Two balls, 2 strikes.
In the dirt, blocked. Man at second. Swing and a miss, and he struck him out. He's notched 4 strikeouts now.
Good horizontal movement on that curveball right there, and just enough to get him to chase it. He placed it just off the corner, and that's one of those where a pitcher says if he's going to miss, he's going to miss off the plate. So really good job. Great pitch for the punch-out.
Michael Busch, the next to hit. 0 for 1. He struck out swinging last time. Oh, he doesn't get the call. 1-0. Now, Chris, through the early stages, he hasn't been very efficient in terms of the pitch count. He's going to need to get some quick outs if he's going to get deeper into this game. It is interesting, though, when you consider the way the game is run now. Doesn't even matter that much if your starter doesn't go that deep, because teams are really aggressively building their bullpens. Can't make contact with the sweeper.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
This one kicks away from Real Muto. Tucker up to third on the wild pitch.
Even with a good secondary lead, sometimes it's hard to see just how far that ball's gotten away from the catcher. And if you can make it to third base pretty much standing up, well, that time he seemed to have a pretty good read, gets to third safely, and now he's just 90 feet away from scoring.
Swing and a ball popped in the air. Makes the grab for the second out.
And good defensive play prevents a run from scoring right there.
Now batting, shortstop, Dansby Swanson.
And here comes Dansby Swanson. Grounded out his first time up.
And this is a big opportunity for him to pick up his teammate right here.
Out in front and foul to the left side. Worm burner into the outfield for a knock. Tucker scores. And it's an RBI single, and they lead by 3.
Comes through with the RBI. Just kept it simple. Played Pepper with the middle of the infield and took it back where it came from, and there was just no one there to knock it down.
So 2 down. Nico Horner will come up to hit. Walked his first time. And a foul ball. One run across in the frame so far. We're here in the top half of inning number 3. Foul ball. Two outs. Line drive, and this might be trouble. And that's going to get into the corner. Coming home. Now a relay to the plate, and he's out. Up, down, and that ends the inning.
Textbook defensive execution right there. Outfielder hits the cutoff relay throw to the plate. A perfect strike and a great way to end the inning.
Back at Citizens Bank Park, Brandon Marsh steps to the plate. First pitch just misses. Just missed.
Right now, behind in the count, 2 balls and no strikes. No free passes. You can't allow that.
Swing and a miss.
2-1.
lands another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts.
Now batting.
So the lineup flips over. So here's the Phillies DH, Kyle Schwarber. Struck out looking at the bottom of the first. And a foul ball. Here comes the 0-1. Way out front for strike 2.
0-2 is the count.
Make it 4 strikeouts in a row, just cruising along.
Quite the start to this game on the mound, looking very dangerous to these hitters. 7 punch-outs already, so this lineup hasn't had much success trying to figure him out. I'm impressed with what we're seeing here.
Turner takes a ball as he stands in for the second time. That's in there. And that one fouled off. 2 out, space is empty. That's off the inside corner. 2-2. Missed inside with the curve.
He should get a pretty good pitch to hit here with 3-hole hitter coming up if he's walked.
Three-2 on the way. Stays alive. Two down, nobody on. Grounds one to short. Whips it to first on the run. On the money, nice play. Phillies down in order. They trail it here 3-0. And welcome back to the ballpark. Start of the fourth, so up now for Chicago, Pete Crow Armstrong. That's outside, and that's ball 1. Strike 1.
Well, interesting strategy there. He must have seen something after that first pitch. Didn't attempt to bunt, but here on the second one he does.
And that's in for a strike. Fouls it off, still 1-2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Now 5 strikeouts for him on the mound.
Well, that's always the key to effective pitching is getting ahead in the count. And as a pitcher, it really allows you to start expanding the zone. Hitters become defensive, and all of a sudden that plate starts to get really wide. And what happens is, because of the pressure, you end up committing to a pitch as a batter before you recognize what it is, and that's what leads to the strikeout.
1 down, base is empty. That one finds the corner. 0-2 now. That one missing inside. Base is empty, 1 away. Top half of inning number 4. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Now batting, catcher
Miguel Amaya, the next Cub to hit. Doubled his first time up.
Let's go, Phillies.
Fought off foul. Next offering is fouled back. That's outside, and the count is 1-2. And that skips in the dirt. The 2-2 on the way. Ripped to short. Sends it to first. And the Cubs go 1-2-3. Cubs are down quietly, but they lead it 3-0. Back here in Philadelphia, John Sciambi and Chris Singleton with you. And leading off the bottom of the fourth, Bryce Harper. Outside, and that is ball one.
Well, these Phillies, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. They're chasing a lot of pitches outside the zone, and those chases that are turning into a bunch of outs. Can they turn that around and stay within the zone? We'll see, but I think they have to.
So a foul ball makes it 1-2. Harper checks his swing. Appeal down to third. Didn't go. That pitch just misses the inside corner, and the count's full. That one misses, so a leadoff walk.
Oh, looking for a swing and miss right there, or for the ump to help him out and make a call with that last pitch, but neither happened. Close pitch, but a good take to earn that walk.
Here's Nicholas Castellanos. Struck out looking his first time. Right through there for a strike.
Boog, over 80% of his first pitches are strikes. You're doing that, you could have a really good day out there on the mound.
That one finds the corner. No balls, 2 strikes. Runner at first with no outs here. And there's a rocket into the outfield. Around second is Harper. And that's a double.
Well, that certainly feels good when you can win the at-bat after being down in the count, up against it with 2 strikes right there. Nice line drive to the pull side, met it out front, but just stayed through it nice enough and ripped it into the outfield.
And now it's Alec Bohm. 0 for 1 so far. Yeah, the pitch is in for a strike. 0-1. Two in scoring position, nobody out. We're here in the bottom of the fourth. Swings and misses. And it's 0-2.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Line drive, base hit. 1 runs in. The second run scores. And it's a 1-run game.
We don't see this a whole lot anymore where hitters with 2 strikes are willing to shorten up, tighten up, and try to hit the ball back up the middle other way. He was trying to hit that hole, I believe. Very good at bat with 2 strikes.
Max Kepler at the plate. Doubled in his first AB. And that is out of play. And that's pushed foul off to the left and out of play. The 0-2. Battling here as he fouls it away. Here's the 0-2. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Now batting, catcher.
Here's JT Realmuto. Struck out swinging his first time. Check swing called strike. That's strike one. And ball one.
Way to lay off that pitch down.
Next offering misses. Ball two.
That's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, hit a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
Boom. Leads off first with one away. This to third. Workman. And it'll be first and third now after that miscue.
Now batting.
Well, things that lead to big innings other than hits or home runs are, of course, walks and errors. Free base runners, and they've been gifted with both so far this inning. And that'll make any manager in the dugout just stew a little bit, and I'm sure he is right now.
Runners in the corners here. One away. At the plate, Bryson Stott. And that is downstairs. And that's ball one.
Always tough to turn two on a speedster like this. It's even harder with him coming out of the left-handed batter's box. You really need something to hit hard on the ground that they can handle to turn two quickly.
Fouled off. He was late. And 1-2.
Really going after him here. All fastballs to get ahead in the count.
The next pitch misses, and it's 2-2.
Man, oh man, I don't know how you take that pitch. That's as close as it gets.
Lefty out of the stretch. Runners at first and third. Still 2-2 after the foul ball. In the air, right field. Tucker really on his horse for it. Makes the grab on the run. And there's two down.
Well, those can be pretty fun as an outfielder. Got to put it into his highest gear and go a long way to track that one down. Nothing better than that. You feel like a wide receiver playing football.
Here's the center fielder, Brandon Marsh. His first at bat was a strikeout. On the ground right side. Tosses to first. That ends the inning and stops things from getting out of hand. They put two on the board, 2 hits, 1 error, but 2 are left stranded. We played 4. It's the Cubs 3 and the Phillies 2. Back here in Philadelphia, new inning getting started. And now it's going to be Ian Happ. Wheeler back to work. Fastball is outside. And that one hammered way back there. And foul as it bangs off the fence. And that misses. Now 2 balls and a strike.
1 strike.
High fly ball, and that one curling foul down the right side. Too low, and it's ball 3. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. The kick, the 3-2. Got him swinging on the curveball, and he's up to 7 strikeouts.
Not a very good curveball right there, but sometimes those high breaking balls kind of surprise you as a hitter, and when they stay high, have just a little more velo on them to get by you. And that 2-strike count, I thought was a pretty good pitch to hit. I think he got a little too excited and tried to do too much.
Here's Kyle Tucker. First pitch, and that's in for a strike.
0-1.
And that one is inside ball 1. Activity in the bullpen. Joe Ross, the hard-throwing righty, is up and loosening. Banks getting loose as well. Next offering is down low. Just missed.
First pitch strike from the pitcher, but then no panic at all by the hitter. Very patient, showing good discipline. Now he's in the driver's seat with the 3-1 count.
1 down, base is empty. On the ground to first, and that's just foul. Fouled off the plate. They'll do it again. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Strikeout number 8.
Tasked with 1, 2, and 3 to start this inning, but no trouble so far. I'm sure he'd love to strike out the side here. Make a little statement, but you got to be composed in this spot. Focus on getting this next guy. You got 2 good outs. Want to get the 3rd one and avoid the middle of that lineup coming up with a base runner. Could become dangerous.
And first offering is fouled off. 2 down, nobody on, and we're in the top of the 5th. That one fouled hard the other way. Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2. Swings through him for the K, and he strikes out the side in the 5th.
Impeccable command in that one. 3 batters, 3 strikeouts. That's electric stuff out there on the mound.
Back here, Citizens Bank Park, we head to the bottom of the 5th. And Kyle Schwarber will come up.
Kyle Schwarber.
There's a swing and a miss.
So far, this guy's been able to tease the strike zone, gets those swings and misses. Somebody's going to have to shorten up, be a little more patient, and make this guy work in the zone a little more.
Swing and a tapper that rolls foul. Fouls that off to the left, and we'll do it again. Foul ball, still 0-2. Just misses with that one.
That's a really good take.
Fights that one away, still 1-2. And that's in the dirt.
2 strikes.
Next pitch inside. 3-2 down.
You don't want to get beat by a fastball in, and he spits on that one.
That one misses. So a leadoff walk.
Well, he tried to nibble right there and just missed his spot. Hitter didn't offer at it. Now he has somebody to worry about over at first.
No outs. Runner at first. Trey Turner stands in for the Phillies. Has grounded out a couple of times. There's the strike up high, and it's 0-1.
Not sure if he was expecting for the pitcher to come right at him, but he got a nice cookie there and just watched it the entire way. Good approach right there. You want to get something just a little higher that you can elevate. Stay out of that double play.
Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. That's foul off to the right side. Keeps the AB going. Schwarber gets his lead at first. Nobody out. Line drive. Makes a nice running catch. And there's one down.
That was just a great jump and route to the ball. Well, it had to be. If he was going to cover all that ground and bring in that sinking liner, that's the way it had to be done. Nice job.
Here is Bryce Harper.
Definitely wants to stay out of the double play here. Ball on the ground in the infield. Should be an inning-ending double play.
And that one a little bit high. The Cubs bullpen with some action. Caleb Thielbar getting ready to go. Thompson also getting ready. Swing and a miss as he was late.
Instead of letting the hitter get his arms extended, tied him up a little bit, slightly up, slightly in.
And the sweeper misses. Tying run is at first. Last half of inning number 5. To third might be 2. To second, that's 1. On to Bush. It's a double play.
Poetry in motion there as the second baseman turns the double play. Nice throw to first, and that's the way to end the inning.
So out of the pen comes the right-hander, Joe Ross.
Now pitching for the Phillies, number 41, Joe Ross.
So now it's the Cubs hitter in the 4-hole, Michael Bush. 0 for 2 in this one. Fastball for a strike at 95. Movement in the bullpen. Jose Alvarado, the left-handed reliever, appears to be getting loose. That's in there, and it's 0-2.
It's amazing to look up and see 88 miles per hour on that changeup. Back in the day, that was a pretty good fastball. But with high velocities these days, that speed differential is right where it needs to be. Well, clearly just anxious right there, and understandably so. In an 0-2 count, you feel like you've got a lot of plate to cover, and you don't want to strike out, and you end up striking out. That's just one of those pitches where it's not over the plate, but because you committed to it as it was leaving his hand, by the time you realized it wasn't going to be in the zone, it's...
Oh, can't pick it up cleanly. Gets off a throw, and they get him. The misplay made it a bit messy, but they cleaned things up for the out.
Hey, man, 4 pitches, 2 outs. That is an excellent pace.
2 outs, base is empty. And next for the Cubs, Nico Horner. A walk, and he's also singled. That misses. Ball 1. And that's through there for a strike.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
On the ground to short, Turner. Bounces it to first, but he digs it out, and the inning is over. No runs, no hits, no errors. To the bottom of the 6th we go. 4, 5, 6 coming up. It's the Cubs 3 and the Phillies 2. Back now for the bottom of the 6th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound. Keegan Thompson. The offense will need to be ready for the breaking stuff. He's got a great curveball.
Keegan Thompson.
Nick Castellanos digs in now. 1 for 2.
Right fielder, Nick Castellanos.
The pitch. And that's off the outside edge. Ball 1. Movement in the Cubs bullpen. Tyson Miller up and throwing. Hodge also throwing. Clips the corner, and the count 1-1. And that's outside.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Good job to fight that one off. Now it's belted deep to left, way out of here. Home run. And they tie it up. It's 3-3.
He just sent this stadium into a frenzy. They're going nuts. What I love about this swing is he stayed tall, allowed his hands to go directly to the baseball, letting that bat head get down through the ball to create backspin and hit it out of the ballpark. Really nice job.
And here comes Alec Ball. Headed towards the corner. And a foul ball. Thompson, 6'1" righty, 210 pounds, and he was a 3rd-round pick back in 2017. The 0-1 just missed. That misses the zone. 2-1.
2-1.
Just missed. Nobody on, nobody out with a run in here in the bottom of the 6th. 3-2 now.
And boy, that was the pitch. 3-1. You want to be really aggressive on the fastball.
Swing and a pop-up in foul ground. Workman makes the catch, and there's one gone.
Now batting, left fielder, Max Kepler.
Max Kepler stands in for the Phillies. Fastball for a strike.
Well, we call that keyholing. Even though it's right there and looks pretty good, if he doesn't love it, he's not going to swing that early in the count.
And that one upstairs, ball 1.
1-1.
And now the count 1-2 after the swing and the miss.
A 1-2 count. All he's seen is fastballs. You've got to expect something off speed. Stay back.
One down, base is empty. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. In the air, right side. Tucker on the move. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And there's 2 down.
Up next for the Phillies, catcher.
And up to the plate is JT Realmuto. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. Lined into left center field, and that's going to fall for a hit. So he gets on base and keeps it going.
Now batting, second baseman.
And now for the Phillies, Bryson Stott. And that one a little below the knees. 1-0. Inside, just missed. Realmuto off of first with 2 away. The 2-0 is in for a strike.
2-0, 1 strike. That's ball 3.
Brandon Marsh in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. That one fouled off.
3-2, 2 out, runner on first. A lot of movement in the infield. Hitter's got to stay focused on the pitch.
Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. And a 3-2. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. 8th pitch of the at-bat coming up. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Well, that's a nice job of grinding out that at-bat. Saw a lot of pitches and ends up drawing the walk.
Slice the other way and foul. And that one popped in the air, left field. Ham brings it in. That is the inning. The Phillies get one by way of the long ball. We're tied now at 3 apiece. Back after this on the show. Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound, Matt Strong.
And we all know about his slider. It's just filthy, man. And one of the better ones in the game, I'd say. Spin rate's very high, and it just breaks a ton.
So digging in, Pete Crow Armstrong.
You know, this is kind of a tough matchup as a left-handed hitter facing a left-handed pitcher. What you tell yourself is, I want to stay square to the plate, try to hit the ball over the shortstop's head.
Swings through that one.
Well, he just threw that fastball by him, elevated, and if you're not looking up in that location, very difficult to catch up to, especially with that velocity.
Ah, that hit him. And the leadoff man is aboard to start the inning.
Leading off for the Cubs.
Go ahead, run on base. Gage Workman, the next Cub to hit, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. First offering, runner goes. That's in for a strike. Safe at second, and that was not close.
Now a good opportunity to potentially jump ahead in this game here in the later innings. You know, having a good lead is so key when you're stealing bases, even if you've got great speed. But if you don't have great speed but can get an extended lead and a good jump, you can steal bases on a catcher who can really throw it. That's a nice job right there.
Swing and a miss as he was late that time.
As a pitcher, you know the runner on second is ready to push things with his speed. A base hit's probably going to be a big run, so you really have to execute on the mound.
Swing and a high fly ball left field. Makes the grab, one away.
Good pitch. He just kind of had him out in front on that pitch away and wasn't able to stay closed.
Now batting, catcher Miguel Amaya.
And up next for Chicago, Miguel Amaya.
So he came up clutch earlier in this ball game and really just needs to take the same approach. Think hard right back up the middle.
Top of the zone, and it's called a strike.
Looked pretty good as far as being in the strike zone, but I'm sure as a hitter, not too good with where it was located. Very top of the strike zone, middle away.
Check swing, appeal to first. No, he held up. Man at second. Swing and a miss. He was late. Strike two.
This guy's got such a good sinker. As a hitter, you've got to look up in the zone. If you look down, you're going to be chasing stuff in the dirt.
Cut on and lifted in the air. Castellanos on his horse. Makes a nice grab and a full sprint. And there's two away.
That's just a really nice catch on the run right there. He saved extra bases for sure. If the pitcher's his friend, he'll give him a second to catch his breath before he's ready to deal the next pitch.
So the go-ahead run in scoring position. Happ now at the plate. 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a flyout. And that drops in for a strike. 2 down. Go-ahead run in scoring position. That one not close. And it's 1-1. Tapped at the plate, but it's a foul ball. Swing and a miss, and he is down on strikes for the 3rd straight at bat.
A lot of adrenaline, we can see it right there, and sometimes you just got to let it out. That's an outstanding job of taking that, executing, and getting out of a tough inning.
Bottom of the 7th, and the batter now, Kyle Schwarber.
He's a big, strong guy, can untie this game with one swing.
And that's in for a strike. It's 0-1. This one is crushed. No doubt about it. And here in the late stages, they had the lead. That's worth the price of admission. And just like that, they're out front. It's 4-3.
That's some Schwarber power for you right there. With a low 90s fastball, you have to live on the edges and hit your spots. If you don't, you'll get hit hard. Really good swing there. Patient, waited for it. It was like BP all over again.
Here's Turner now. 0 for 3 in this one. Down and away for ball 1. The shortstop takes the ball.
The real threats are coming up.
No strike.
Already given up a home run in this inning. He's going to really have to bear down.
Hey!
Nobody on, nobody out. Here at the bottom of the 7th. Next
Well,
pitch
that's
off the plate. And now 3 balls and a strike. And that's ball 4.
Take your base.
Well, that's a really good take right there, and that's just mentally prepared, knowing that if it's not on the tee, you're going to take that pitch because you still have one more strike to work with. Not easy to lay off, but he did an excellent job in that plate appearance.
Harper stands in now and watches strike 1.
Some hitters are just more confident if they can track that first pitch out of the hand of the pitcher. They don't care if they fall behind 0-1.
To first, and they've got him picked off. To second, and he's out.
Ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike.
And now 1 and 2.
Part of the order coming through now, and with 1 home run already in this inning, they're definitely looking to do some more.